Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are painting a baobab tree. Now these you can find in Namibia, South Africa, and I've seen them in the Northern Territory here in Australia. And it's just a really beautiful tree with this really thick bottom part, stump, or trunk. Not sure what you call it. I am Afrikaans, so I'm so sorry if sometimes I can't think in English. Okay, so I've painted everything with water and I'm doing a very wet on wet wash with the blue at the top, and then I'm gonna add my yellow ochre at the bottom and let these two sort of blend and bleed into one another. I am very sorry, but the camera cut out when I was painting the tree, but you will see just now. It's important just to paint each little section of the tree, and you'll see I did them in different colors between brown and Payne's gray. So warm sepia, burnt sienna, and Payne's gray are the main colors that I used for the tree. So I've put yellow ochre in the middle of my wash at the moment, as you can see, and then some burnt sienna right in the front. And then you let all of this dry completely before moving on to your tree. I add a tiny bit of forest green here and there as well. So just a nice watery wash of the yellow ochre for your foreground and blend it a little bit to the back as well. And it's okay if this touches the blue. I don't want too much detail in my background, so I'm letting it all fade and blend together. So there you can see I've painted my tree, and now I'm going to add some of the branches at the top. So you'll also notice that the left side of the tree and where the tree connects, because it's got all these little parts that sort of come together. Have a look at photos of baobab trees to see how they form shadows in the tree trunk. And that's where you're going to add more of the Payne's gray color. And then as you move a bit further away from it, you can use some of the browns. And then I'm using a rigger brush for all of these branches here at the top, and just do all these squiggly lines. So a couple of them I'm doing in Payne's gray because that will dry as a background. It will imply that these branches are in the background, and then a couple of them I'll do with the warm sepia and with the burnt sienna, so that they are more in the foreground. And you're just doing these squiggly lines all over, coming out of the thicker branches. A rigger brush is really great for using detail, or for using it for detail and for branches. So just if you don't have one, just use your smallest brush that you've got, or you can just do it with a waterproof pen as well. Okay, now let's take that trusty old brush that you've cut up and just add some texture into your foreground. So first I'm going in with the forest green, just adding some texture underneath the tree and right here in the foreground and just lightly in the back as well, giving the idea of some long grasses growing in the background and in the foreground. Go in again with yellow ochre, another layer, Payne's grey, and then once you're happy with what your grass looks like, we are just going to add some final touches with either a white pastel pencil or a white gel pen. So in the grass and in the tree, we'll just add a tiny bit of highlights to round this off perfectly. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you want to get the book with all the outlines and steps on how to paint this, you can get it in the description below, or just search for it on Amazon. And happy painting! Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support.